Hello, welcome to the first video of this new playlist. In this playlist, we'll be talking about facade panels, but more proper panels this time, and how we can create them and distribute them on building faces or skins. And we'll be using a plugin called Skin Designer. You can go to Food for Rhino for it. You can find this link in the description. You can download it and then install the plugin. And without any further ado, let's switch back to our Grasshopper screen. And this is when you download it, you'll have a tab called Skin Designer here, and it has a couple of different different tabs: construction, parameters, design, controllers, display, and update. We'll be talking about them all, but before you start doing anything in Skin Designer, you should pull out this Skin Designer component. It updates or refreshes or checks your version of Skin Designer. So in this very first video, we'll be just creating really simple panel, facade panel, and there will be a lot of different things that you can see here, but this is not the correct one. We are going to create a system panel, okay, and then let's see how we are going to create our panel. So the first thing, it's asking for us for a panel name. It's important because it's going to create the layer name or the panel name over here. So let's type panel 1, and the name is going to be panel 1. It's asking for us a boolean toggle as to activate and create the panel that we are going to create, and it's asking for definitions. If we want to put sort of text definitions, it's not something that I'm quite comfortable or I know exactly what it does. Width, height, thickness, panel system, and so on and so forth. But anything that we are going to put here should be somehow controlled visually, right? In order to see what we have done, we need to connect it into set of components here under display. In display, you will see a couple of different components, and what we want to view is Skin Designer panel viewer, right? And the panel should be connected here. And if I right click to this, wire display is faint, so we can convert it into normal. Draw geometry, draw B-wraps, location point. So these are important, therefore I'll be putting some toggles in. Okay, and in the meantime, it's asking me a point, so we should be putting a point in which going to host where we are going to put our panel. So set on point, this is going to be a point, and it's basically asking for the height, width, height of the panel, thickness of it, panel system, window system, and shading system, which we'll be covering in the upcoming minutes of this tutorial. So since we are working with meters, why don't we say 5.000, copy this, and the width can be, I don't know, like 2.10, height can be 5 meters, thickness, the panel thickness, let's say 0.50. These all can be changed. And then we are going to check under the parameters, because it's asking us the panel system. So are we going to use a curtain wall or a system wall? So the curtain wall has a lot of different things related to the mullions, window mullions, panel mullions, and so on and so forth, global mullions. And we can just go with the system wall. It's completely up to you. Window frame it, like let's connect this to panel system. And if we just now draw geometry, if I click on draw B-wraps, what we are going to see is panel input bay is missing because we haven't turned this on. So we don't see any B-wraps because it's not open to view, but as you see now, we are seeing a panel, right? And this panel is visible here. Maybe I can come over here into grid and then maybe like, I don't know, 50, and every 1 meters is fine, then maybe 10. Yeah. So this is our panel, and what you'll be seeing when I increase this, it's increased, and height goes up, width goes up and down, and so on and so forth. So whatever I add here now can be controlled because we put draw B-wraps. And when we say draw geometry, we are going to see Skin Designer has a new layer here. P wall, P cladding, P mullions. And if this is as I select this, polysurface, two polysurfaces is created here. And when we turn this off, draw geometry, it's going to be deleted automatically. All right. So that's basically how we create our very first single panel in Skin Designer. And it's a good place to finish things here for this one. And in the next video, we'll be talking about how we can add more details to this panel organization.